Wiz, car, the main bitch. She left the hits. Diamonds got driven in the lake. I don't be going on dates. She got an ass, but it's fake. He came and hold me the cakes. Lil' mama head supreme, but I'm still rocking his base. All I know is 2 guns, nigga. If you don't say you get 8. Had to put a bitch on pause. Me and my dog break laws. 21 gas till I fall. You could get hit in the jaw. The chopper can hit all of y'all. Your buddy, young go fishing dog. Most of my niggas just raw. They cut off and hand you your ball.
Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, one of a kind. I am Ellis Chapman here in Baton Rouge, in Death Valley, coming at you, Trash Talk Sports. My co-host, Richie G, in the Taco City, Austin, Texas. Yo, it is January 16th, 2019, and Richie, Alabama is not the national champions.
I'm in shock.
Is this a death to an era, man?
I think this is the beginning of an incredible rivalry. People, we are only going to see Clemson versus Alabama in the national championship. I'm calling it for the next 3 years.
I've got another prediction for you never even heard of. Alabama's done. Nick Saban's dynasty's done. He's had 4 of his offensive and defensive coaches leave him since the game. The Nick Saban era is coming to an end. And now comes the Dabo Swinney reign. All praise the Clemson Tigers! Yeah, Dabo! Yeah, Trevor! Yo, I have now 2 national championships and, 4 or 5 years of postseason runs? Clemson has proven to me to be a team not to be trifled with. And Alabama, they are could this be an end to Alabama, Richie? I think it could be with the loss of those 4 coaches. Not to mention, Jalen Hurts said, peace, I'm going to Oklahoma as of today. So I realized that wouldn't be a big deal anyways because he's leaving and they still got Tua. But, this could be a statement that, players are starting to say, hey, let's look elsewhere. It's not just Bama right now anymore.
Let's cool your jets, Mr. Chapman. This is Nick Saban we're talking about. This is the college football version of Bill Belichick. It doesn't matter who leaves, who comes, who goes. Alabama will be back in the national championship. I guarantee you. Mark my words. Write it in stone. Get a tattoo on it. Put some money on it. Tell your bookie. Tell your mother. This is what's going to happen. This man owns recruiting classes in the country. He has the either number 1 or number 2 recruiting class for the past 5 years. Guess what? They're going to keep coming. Those boys will keep coming. It doesn't matter that Jalen Hurts transferred because guess what? There's Tua. And you know who's coming after Tua? Tua's brother, who people say is better than Tua. And guess what? Another one's going to be coming right around the corner. This man does not give a shit. Yes, he took one up the booty hole against Clemson in the national championship. 44-16. I was expecting a high-scoring game. We said this. If Clemson's going to win, they're going to have to drop 40 or more. They really only need to score 17 points to win that game. But they did it. They dominated every facet of the ball game. Those boys dominated top to bottom, offensively, defensively, special teams. Clemson deserved and earned the national championship, but do not count Bama out. I think Dabo's got something good going on, but those 2 are going to be going at it. Just the way that recruiting's going, they really don't get that many transfers. I think that they work with what they pick up freshmen coming in, and they stick with them. Now, granted, like you said, Jalen Hurts. Breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. Jalen Hurts transferred to Oklahoma, the University of Oklahoma. Wait, Ellis, what time is it?
Doesn't matter. Oklahoma still sucks, son.
Hook 'em. OU still sucks. But
fuck Texas. LSU's going to be in week 1 next year.
Week 2, actually. That's going to be a hell of a game. We'll be there. If we won't be there, we'll be down on 6th Street causing a riot and pissing every single University of Texas fan off because all we'll be saying is SEC, SEC. Because those dumbasses decided to chant SEC at the Sugar Bowl when they beat Georgia, and Georgia was drunk because they didn't care about going to that game.
That game didn't matter. Yo, I would wear purple so fucking hard if I went to that game. Oh my god, I would be that obnoxious LSU fan. Like, us Louisiana boys, we don't care. Louisiana Saturday night, son.
No, guess what? That's all we're walking around to all week. We're going to be walking up and down 6th Street, Louisiana Saturday night. And when LSU absolutely puts a whooping on the Longhorns, this is going to be in Austin, Texas. And guess what? I didn't even go to LSU, but I went to 2 games, and I consider myself a loyal alumni, if you will.
Welcome, man. Welcome to the fan.
I got myself an LSU purple polo, purple and gold, baby. And guess what? I'm rocking the shit out of that next year. But regardless, Clemson dominated. Bama will be back. That's all I got to say.
Let's talk about the game real quick. Not about Alabama's potential fall or Clemson's reign. That game was an ass whooping, man. Like, it was a good first quarter, maybe a first half, but like
first quarter.
Clemson just like they put their foot on the throat and they just never let go of them.
Yeah, they look like a team that was more determined. Bama just kind of almost expected it, and
Dude, I just saw this look on Nick Saban's face, like, and this is why I really feel that way. He just had that look of like, I can't keep up, or I can't figure it out, or I don't get it right now. And you see that look on Nick Saban, man. And that look you don't see ever. You usually see just stone cold face Nick. Like, he's an evil son of a bitch no matter what. But like, when you see distressed Nick Saban, and like, that makes you question
everything. Your religion.
Really. It's like questioning Bill Belichick right now. But we'll get to that. They look scared to me. Alabama did not have the fight in them. Tua did not look that great. The Clemson defense just stepped up. Trevor Lawrence, I still want to kick that dude in the face, but he was a god that night.
Yeah, that man got a lot of ass.
Yeah,
more ass than a toilet seat.
From Dabo, yeah.
From Dabo. Dabo's wife, probably. Dabo's aunts, uncles, doesn't matter. But I think it was just Clemson just came out firing, and Saban was like, oh, shit, this is I don't know what to do. And I don't think any other coaches knew what to do. None of the players were stepping up. I mean, there was a point where it's like, all right, Alabama's coming back. Clemson's got a 3rd and long of their own territory. It's going to be 3rd and 3 and out. And they did a short, I don't know what the route is called, but just a short route, a short, quick route to Clemson wide receiver. And the Alabama dude literally broke his ankle backpedaling. And the Clemson wide receiver ran for like a 70-yard touchdown. And that was when I realized it was like, this is the perfect storm. Everything that could go wrong is happening. And honestly, people, I'll be honest, I stopped watching after halftime. I was done. After I watched the pitiful halftime show, that was the worst halftime show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, Imagine Dragons?
And Lil Wayne. What the hell was he wearing? The man looked like Big Mama.
Native to New Orleans.
That man was on more lean and drugs than most people can handle, but that was probably just a normal day for him. But terrible halftime show.
All right, to my next point. Your 2020 NCAA football champions, the Ohio State University Buckeyes. The Ohio State University will win it all next year. I guarantee it.
You guarantee
it? The Louisiana State University Tigers.
Well, I've never heard a more homer pick. People, you may not understand Ellis Chapman, but that is the most homer pick for a football game I have ever heard of in my life.
Check it out, brother. LSU is going to be the 4 spot. Ohio State's going to be the number 2, and they're going to kick ass. LSU is going to beat Bama in round 1. fucking Ohio State's going to whip dang Stanford or Clemson's ass.
Stanford?
Maybe.
All the teams to pick. You pick Stanford. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're drunk.
No, I do believe Ohio State's going to win it next year. I think LSU will have a good season next year. I'm not but I think Ohio State got snubbed this year. Because, like, Urban Meyer may be gone next year, man, but he's the assistant athletic director. He's still the head coach.
He just gets paid more under a different title.
He just has a different title.
He just doesn't show up to off-season practice. That's what it comes down to.
He doesn't have to show up to in-season practices.
Yeah. He's living the life.
Give me your 2019 champions next year, Richie.
My prediction is it will either be Clemson or Alabama, and the only team that can beat Clemson or Alabama is Clemson or Alabama. Similar to last year's playoff when Alabama beat Clemson in the semis.
They're just reloading the shotgun.
They're reloading it. It's either going to be both of them or one of them, but in order for one of them to get there, they have to beat the other. Think about that.
Alabama's done. Next year, they're not going to win it.
No. Just you wait, my friend. Just you wait. Young Chapman. But we'll get to that later down the road. But hey, go Hokies. Hokies, 2019 national champion. Virginia Tech Hokies.
Tech Hokies got their ass whooped in basketball last night.
Yeah, well, that's not our sport. We're not going to talk about that. Even though we're ranked top 10 in the country, we're not going to talk. UVA is good. UVA is a Final Four team. They are. They're not going to
lose in the first round again.
Oh, I don't know.
They are going to lose.
Count it out.
They are going to lose to 16 again. They know that mistake. I don't know if I have faith for them never to win it all. But.
They'll lose to the 8th seed in the next round. How about that?
All right. We're moving on. Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady? Go.
Tom Brady.
Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady, after destroying Phillip Rivers and the Chargers 41-14, there was a video of him that he posted on a treadmill working out. All right, cool. Here on a treadmill. And he says, great team win. We're on our way to Kansas City. Let's go. And what song is playing? Many Men by 50 Cent. Many men have wished death upon me. Blood in my eye and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. But mother gonna take my life away. Tom Brady. This is their season. I don't understand what you people see. In our lifetime, Ellis, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick win their division. So they get a bye. They win the AFC Championship. And guess what? They go to the Super Bowl. They may not win the Super Bowl, but they have been there 4 out of the past 7 years. And guess what? The Patriots defense is going to throw something at that 23-year-old Patrick Mahomes kid that he has never seen in his life. He has nightmares that don't even make out to what this defense is going to bring to him. He has no freaking idea what Bill Belichick is thinking. This is their season. They planned for this all year. Yes, it's an Arrowhead. Yes, it's cold. Tom Brady doesn't give a shit. It can be on planet Mars in -degree temperature with freaking thunder and lightning and icicles falling from the sky, and Tom Brady will still go to the Super Bowl.
See, I hear what you're saying, dog, and I'll give the Patriots this. Number one, this is Tom Brady's time. Number two, they stomped the Chargers. Like, they didn't just beat the Chargers, they stomped them.
And people are picking the Chargers to win.
And number three, Tom Brady said it the other day. People say that we suck. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder.
That's terrifying.
That said, Kansas City ain't no cupcake. Patrick Mahomes running and passing the ball for about 300 yards offense a game. Are you in your freaking underwear, you grimy fuck? Put your dingling away.
I'm in my pajamas. These are my yoga toes.
Oh,
I
that's
do this because I have terrible feet.
ladies and gentlemen, he's had this since he was 19. I've lived with this man. That thing is fucking disgusting.
Actually, Caroline got me a new pair. Look at them. They got diamonds. They got diamonds on them. I'm pretty. I'm fancy as fuck.
Yeah, you get petties with her too, right?
Hell yeah, I'm just going to get one this weekend. Shout out to Kim's Nails.
Shout out to Kim's Nail. No. And there's one other thing that Kansas City does not have going for them, man. Andy Reid cannot win a Super Bowl. Hell, he can't even go to the Super Bowl anymore. Andy Reid will never win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
All signs, I'm with you. Fuck the Patriots if they're gonna win.
Like you said, I will bring this point up. In that post-game interview, I watched it with Tom Brady, and he said, "People, like you said, people think we suck." Ladies and gentlemen in Kansas City, you are about to witness a massacre that we have not seen since the Native Americans were slaughtered. The New England Patriots are going to slaughter the Kansas City Chiefs. And yes, I made that correlation because it's pretty much what it is. The Patriots.
Yeah, Americans killing.
The Americans killing the Indians. It's not racist. It's history. And history always repeats itself. Pats, big. And let the facts be known here, people. I despise New England. I utterly despise them.
I hate those guys.
But guess what? They are very, very good.
Scary.
Very
now,
good. And the Super Bowl might be a different ball game. Last year, our very first show was a Super Bowl. I picked the Eagles to win. I always picked the Patriots. But getting to the Super Bowl, this is what they do. This is just how I don't understand it. It makes no sense, but this is what they do.
Now, we got to talk about the real question, Richie. We both agree on the Patriots this weekend. Breezes or Goff? I'm saying it right now. I am here in Louisiana. I am in Saints country. Who dat, baby? Who dat think they're going to beat the Saints? Dude, Drew Brees that man can throw for 500 yards a game. That might be with Ingram and who's their other running back?
Alvin Kamara.
That is a great two-back team. You got that hard bruiser in Mark Ingram, and you got that quick scat back in Kamara. He's got the wingmen. He's got the receivers on his side. I don't think the Rams defense can keep up with New Orleans pass attack. I think the Rams are going to put a lot of strength in Todd Gurley, and he's going to be the difference maker in this whole game. If Todd Gurley runs for over a buck 15 yards and a touchdown, the Rams could win. If they cannot if the Saints can stop the ground game on the Rams, the Saints will win this game. The difference maker in this game is the Rams running attack. Go.
In episode, I believe it was episode 24 or 23, we made our preseason NFL picks. All right, Ellis?
Yeah.
Now, Ellis chose coming out of
– I picked the Vikings to win it all.
Yes. You picked the Vikings versus the Pats in the Super Bowl.
But
it's a tough one. You also picked the Vikings versus the Falcons in the NFC Championship. Again, tough one, I presume. Now, let's go to my picks. I picked the New Orleans Saints versus the Los Angeles Rams to be in the NFC Championship. And the AFC Championship, I picked the Patriots versus Steelers. All right, I got 3 out of 4 right. But the Super Bowl, I picked the Saints versus the Patriots. I'm sticking to it. Drew Brees is an absolute machine. Jared Goff, I love you. Jared Goff is a beautiful man. He's gorgeous. I think he will be a great player in LA. But guess what?
Breezes.
For some reason, 40-year-old quarterbacks dominate the league recently. Tom Brady, Drew Brees. I don't get it. But that's what's going to happen. Drew Brees is going off. New Orleans should have lost that game against Philadelphia. There is a football god that is just pushing New Orleans through.
And that's another thing I want to talk about after this.
I think it just comes down to, brilliance. Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes will one day play each other in the Super Bowl many times. But guess what? Not this year. Not this year, my friend. This year, it's going to be the battle of the old men, Drew Brees and Tom Brady. That's what I'm calling. Let's go Saints, baby. I love the city of New Orleans. I love the New Orleans Saints.
I love the fan base, man. The passion.
Love them. They're nice people. They love to party.
Hey, party animals. No state does it like Louisiana.
No state. For God's the schools shut down for Mardi Gras.
Literally.
They say go party, boys. Go party.
I live across the street from University United Methodist Church, and it's like Mardi Gras season on Fat Tuesday. And I'm like waking up at 8 o'clock, and like there's kids in the playground like partying to like jazz music. So I'm like waking up to jazz music during Mardi Gras. I'm like, I admit, this is cool. This is cool. Really gets you in the spirit.
Love it. Love New Orleans, baby. Nolans. Let's go, Drew Brees. Louisiana. I think this might be the first thing we've ever agreed upon. Patriots and Saints.
Richie, you were the guru this year, man. Now.
Except for my Raiders pick. My Raiders pick was terrible.
I want to make one quick question to you, and I've been saying this all season long. What do you think about Doug Peterson naming Carson Wentz as the starter going forward? I have been saying since the end of last year and to now, Nick Foles is the best quarterback on that team. Nick Foles won them the Super Bowl last year. Even midway through the year, the Eagles were not even supposed to go to the playoffs, and he took them to the second round, should have beat the Saints. Nick Foles should be your starter. He's not been injury prone. Carson Wentz is broke twice. Why are the Eagles picking him?
I think some of you might find this hard to believe, but I did graduate college, and my major was in economics. And if you look at this from an economical standpoint, Carson Wentz was their first-round pick. All right, they spent a lot to get him. They paid this man a lot of money. He is younger, and if he didn't get hurt last year, he would have been the MVP, hands down. He had a great season. He dominated. Nick Foles, he's even said before he's comfortable in the backup role. He just kind of likes coming in to end the season, doing his thing, just chilling, Big Dick Nick, hanging out. I think he's a great quarterback, but I don't think he is the quarterback that you want for the future to lead your team, to be that captain and put the team on your back. I think he's clutch. I think he's very clutch. I think he's a great quarterback. But I think Carson Wentz has that leadership factor, and I think that's what it comes down to. Players such as are compared to Tom Brady and Drew Brees. When those people speak in that locker room, everyone shuts up. If Nick Foles speaks, people are just saying, just like, oh, what's up, Nick, bro? What's up? We smoking a doobie after? What's up, bro? Like, I think that's the feeling that he gives off. I agree with Doug Peterson.
I hear what you're saying, but on long term, yes, Carson is younger. He's just a spinal stress fracture. It's a small injury.
Just a spine, nothing serious.
But I've said this before, and there's a leadership fact. If you don't think people aren't listening to Nick after he won a goddamn Super Bowl last year, that's naive. B, if you're a quarterback in any team, and I don't care what sport you play, the coaches cannot choose your captain. The team does. And you got to earn your spot. Carson is the longevity-wise the right pick. But he ain't earned shit.
Yep, you earn your stripes in the playoffs, and he hasn't even played in the playoffs.
He hasn't made it there at all. He breaks. And he's shown me he can be injury prone, and that he was mediocre at best this year, man. He wasn't even good.
He was not.
So Nick Foles should be looking elsewhere, potentially to Washington.
The
Or-
Giants. The Giants.
Somewhere in division, my point exactly. Because the Eagles have not treated him with the respect he's earned.
I think Nick Foles does deserve more respect. But I think there's just too much invested in Carson Wentz. I do believe in Big Dick Nick. I believe in Big Dick Nick.
It's just that's a position you got to earn, and the coaches have just given it to him. All right, moving on from football. Let's talk about the NCAA, man, and basketball. And Duke versus UVA this Saturday. 2 versus 4. This is looking to be a big game, man. Like
Big.
Duke's looking. Coach K's good, and UVA's they're playing good fundamental basketball.
Where's this game?
I believe this game is in. I'll pull it up.
Is it in that crappy city in Virginia starting with the C?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll talk about, Virginia Tech played UVA, big rivalry, obviously, in the state of Virginia. First time in my lifetime, Virginia Tech has been ranked in the top 10 in basketball. I was hyped. I was like, man, they're going to go in. This is going to be a good game. They might not win, but they're going to keep it close. It's going to come down to the end. UVA shot the lights out of the building. They shot about 70% from beyond the arc. Their big men dominated down low. They made Tech look like a high school team. They won by 29 points. It was a absolute mess. Not even close. I think there's a huge difference between the top 4 or 5 teams and everyone else. And I think this game will be huge because UVA is an older group of basketball players. More seniors, more juniors. Duke has phenoms, freshman phenoms. Duke possibly has 3 freshmen that could be drafted in the top 10 NBA next year. So this will be an interesting battle to see how Duke and Zion Williamson compete against the experience and the team play of the University of Virginia Cavaliers. And I hate the Cavaliers. I hate them. I think
UVA's hot, and Duke just took one of their first losses ever as number 1 to Syracuse at home. And so I think Duke's a little pissed off about losing to Syracuse in a less than orthodox fashion. My internet's still slow. I'm still pulling up where this game is. But with that said, I'm not going to count out Coach K, home or away.
It's at Cameron Indoor.
It's in Duke. Yep,
so it'll be a rocking place. I mean,
RJ
Barrett.
They're going to want to win at home. Nobody likes winning. Nobody likes winning 2 times in a row, nonetheless, either.
This will be a battle. Shout out to Tyra's battle from Syracuse, absolutely dominating at Duke. The only reason Syracuse is in that game was because at the end of the first half, this man, or I don't know if it was him, but someone shot a 3-quarter basketball court length. That was a fucking far shot, whatever, beyond the half-court line. Made it at the buzzer, and that was the only reason that they were tied and went into overtime. Or else, no, Duke wins. So I think Syracuse kind of snuck away, but Syracuse is a good team. But I think this game will show the determination. You said that, like you said, they just lost at home. That doesn't happen to an unranked opponent. And now they have the number 4 team coming in to their building. This is going to be a hell of a battle. This is what the ACC is good at. ACC sucks at football, even though we have the national champion, whatever.
Well, yeah, you look at the top 5, man, and just in the ACC, Duke, UVA, Virginia Tech, UNC, Syracuse. Like, all 5 of those teams are
Florida
top
State.
5 and could all be within top 3 spots come March time. So the ACC is college basketball, as the SEC is college football.
Facts.
Facts to live by. Whoever says the Big Ten is basketball is smoking dope, and they need to lay off the weed.
Lay off the weed.
But yeah, so we'll talk more about the NCAA as it goes by. I just wanted to pull up that little tidbit. Let's talk about the NBA, man. So, my boy LeBron, he's hurt. My boy LeBron is hurt. And the Lakers are no good. That's my Stephen A. accent. What'd you think?
The garbage. The garbage.
The garbage. Just absolute garbage.
The pathetic. Pathetic.
Like, they are 3-7 in their last 10. They were in the 4th spot when LeBron wasn't hurt, and now they're in the 9th spot. And they're the garbage. The garbage.
That was spot on. Sounded like a hillbilly.
Crack at the end.
The garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah. Also, Stephen A. was the man that said Andrew Luck was the #1 quarterback in the playoffs left. Man, you're an idiot. Go home. Go home. He also did not include Drew Brees on that list. Go home. Go home. He put Tom Brady at #5. All right, you're done, Stephen A. But regardless, the Lakers suck. The Lakers are garbage. Without LeBron James, this team is garbage. They're not good. Their supporting cast is terrible. And yeah, everyone's like, well, look at Cleveland Cavaliers. They're the same way. Yeah. And look where they are now. They're the worst team in the league. But guess what? Ellis, do you know who the Cleveland Cavaliers just beat?
They just beat the Lakers.
At LA.
Don't worry, it's just a transition year. The Lakers are going to get a supporting cast for next year. It's a transition, bro.
I honestly think, I said this before, LeBron is done trying to win championships. He's done. He's trying to collect his cash, live in a nice, warm place. He's done. He's got
chasing Jordan, bro. He's not done.
He's done. He's done.
Jordan.
He's done.
LeBron is chasing.
LeBron can go through the Western Conference to the NBA Finals. There's no way with that team. This is different. This isn't the East where you can just get one player and dominate the whole time. It doesn't work like that. The West is loaded with talent from top to bottom. But guess what, Ellis? We said this before, and I'll say it again.
Golden State's too good.
Golden State's been playing terrible, and guess what? They're still have the best record.
They're still the best. Playing terrible. They're on a 5-game win streak, bro. What are you talking about?
That's terrible for them. Only 5?
And Toronto's the best team in the East, and they're about to lose to the Celtics. But
The Celtics are a dangerous team.
They're in the 5 spot. They're sitting with Philly, who's 4, and no, they're 7 games back from the top.
Yeah, they got a hard way to go. I mean, the East is kind of good with Toronto, Milwaukee. Now, granted, now that Toronto has Kawhi going for them, the Pacers are looking real good, led by Victor Oladipo. 76ers are a very talented team. The East is going to be a toss-up. I picked Boston. I believe Ellis did as well earlier this year to advance out of the East. I believe Boston has the most talent, but I think they got a long way to go in working together and kind of getting a leader. I think Kyrie's kind of slacking right now, but I think by the end of the year, they're going to start to pick it up. They're kind of one of those teams that figures it out along the way and gets it done. And I still think Boston will come out of it, but they got a lot of work to do. But the West, Ellis, the Lakers, hell, the way it is right now, the Lakers could play Golden State in the first round, and they're done.
4 games.
There's no way in God's green earth that the Lakers can beat Golden State right now. Even with LeBron, there's no way. No, impossible. It's inconceivable.
You say that word a lot. I do not think it means what you think it means.
I say a lot of words, Ellis. I usually don't know what half them mean. I just read them kind of on a computer screen once or twice and figured it'd be decent to say. Hey, I was never good at vocabulary.
Man, I have nothing left to say on NBA. Nobody can beat Golden State. I still think the Celtics. Watch out for the Sixers. I've mentioned that once or twice before, but nobody can beat the Warriors.
Unless Steph Curry, Klay Thompson somehow tear their ACLs, they're going back to the championship. They're going to win. I'm sorry. What's the point of the NBA?
I want to talk about the collapse of LA right now. That's all I really have to say. Golden State's still too good.
Yeah, the Lakers suck. All right, Ellis, let's go to a little drama that we've heard throughout the sports world. Kyler Murray, Heisman winner, Oklahoma legend, Texas high school football legend. He's going to play football.
Maybe.
Do you think this is real? What do you think? He's bluffing? He just wants some extra money out of Oakland? What's this guy thinking?
I think he A, wants more money out of Oakland, and B, he doesn't want to get drafted by like the fucking Redskins or someone shitty like that. So it's like, if he gets drafted by a good team, yeah, he'll consider it. But if he's going to DC or to New York right now, nah, bro, I'm out. I'm out, dog.
Yeah, so can this guy get drafted by the NFL and then say, you know what, I'm good. I decline.
Don't know.
Does he have that much power? How does this work? I don't know the rules.
I don't know what the rules are. I don't know if there are rules.
Are there rules? Are we living in a world of just random happenings?
Okay, did it? Like, he was the last one to do it.
All right, let's look at the top. Let's look at the first round picks. So you got Arizona. They're not going to draft a quarterback, even though their new coach Cliff Kingsbury once said 2 years ago in a random interview that if he had the opportunity, he would take Kyler Murray number one. Interesting, but I don't think that their franchise would allow it. Number two, San Francisco 49ers. They got Jimmy Garoppolo. They're probably not going to get another pick.
I'm thinking with Garoppolo.
The Jets, number three, Sam Darnold. They're not going to get another pick. The Raiders, he could go to Oakland. And that means that they could get rid of Derek Carr, potentially. Tampa Bay, they could be done with Jameis. I mean, the Giants, Jacksonville, there's potential for him to go early.
No, man. I think he's going to go to the Giants, to be honest. My biggest concern is the Redskins are going to be dumb as fuck, trade up to get him, and then he's going to go to the freaking Athletics.
I could see that. Why would anyone ever want to play for the Washington Redskins?
Why would anybody want to play for the Redskins right now? You're absolutely correct. Dude, I think he should be a baseball player. He'll get killed if he's taking snaps in the league. And he won't be able to spell his name when he's 55.
Now, people have been making this comparison between Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, similar stature, similar playing styles. Both play baseball, quarterbacks. I don't know, man. I mean,
I don't think Russell – I mean, I love Russell Wilson, but he's an anomaly to me. I'm not going to lie. He doesn't make sense to me.
He's a great athlete, a great quarterback too. I mean, he's a winning quarterback. He's won a Super Bowl. But I don't know. Is this the thing? Small quarterbacks are coming in. I mean, the rules are now protecting the quarterback so they don't get hurt as much. It's not like they're being I don't know. I heard this argument today as well. Offensive linemen are so big, Kyler Murray would be below them. So if he was to rush, defensive players wouldn't even see him until he's 5 yards down the field.
He's going to get every ball batted down.
That's what people say about Russell Wilson, though.
Better be a rollout quarterback.
Will he play both? I hope he plays both. I want to see another Bo Jackson.
I don't know, man. I think he's going to play for the Athletics in the end. I think his career would be longer. He may get paid quicker, faster in the NFL, but I think his career would diminish faster also.
Yeah, this will be an interesting development, but what I want to see is Kyler Murray play both sports. That's all I want. Is that much to ask?
No.
Come on, Kyler. Don't be selfish here. Play both sports.
A little too much to ask, actually.
Tear your body up for my entertainment, for my personal entertainment.
Yeah, football, winter, baseball, fall. Baseball, summer. You can do that.
Yeah, you can play. You can play.
After the first couple weeks of football, I don't see why you couldn't.
He's a kid. He's a young man. He'll be all right.
All right.
It's funny. If on one last thing on Kyler, if he plays football, he has to return his $4.66 million signing bonus from the Athletics. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but he got paid $18 million over X amount of years.
Yeah. He hasn't gotten any of that money yet until they start playing.
All right, Richie. The Tampa Bay Lightning are stupid good. They have 16 more points than anyone in the East, and they have 12 points more than anybody in the West. 10 points more than Calgary. Sorry. They're good. They score a lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
The Tampa Bay Lightning have 191 goals scored. The next highest offense has 170 in Calgary. And Calgary's good. I'm worried about Steve Stamkos. We've talked about this before. Tampa Bay has their offense is just they just move and they just score goals. And if their defense can contain any of their opponents to under 3 goals, they're going to win the game. So I think this Tampa Bay team honestly reminds me a lot of the 2009 or early Washington Capitals. That they got that awesome high scoring team, but they don't have a defense. And we all know how NHL is when it comes postseason time. If you're the 8th spot, that's just as good as being the 1 spot. There is no advantage come playoff time. It's anybody's game. So I think this Tampa Bay team could get cocky and lose early, but right now, no team can beat them right now. Go ahead, Richie.
I like where the Capitals are sitting. They're not really, they're kind of just under the radar. They're currently second in their division, or they're tied for first with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Tampa Bay is hot.
Columbus is hot.
But guess what? Like you said, it comes down to all you got to do is make the playoffs. That's it. And the rest is an open book. We're still the champs. You got to beat us. Of course, we just got our asses whooped 7-2 last night by Nashville Predators. But other than that, you got to beat us in a 7-game series.
Yeah, Columbus is the team to watch out for right now. They're on a 4-game win streak, and they're looking to be the number 1 spot going into the All-Star break coming up soon. So, it'll be interesting to see where Columbus lands out in the end. But
the team I'm scared of in the East, Ellis, is the New York Islanders with Barry Trotz. That is the team to watch out for.
Yeah, I'm petrified of the Pittsburgh Penguins still.
Yeah, that too. The East is deadly. The West is pretty good. I think the West is going to come down to probably Nashville or, God forbid, the freaking Kings, Vegas Golden Knight Kings.
The Kings, not the Kings, the Vegas Golden Knights.
Vegas Golden, whatever the fucking the second place team last year. That's all that matters.
Vegas.
Vegas. Or Winnipeg. Winnipeg's a good team right now. They're looking hot. But
Calgary's top team in the West.
yeah, Calgary's good. The West is pretty good. Don't sleep on the West.
Yeah, the Pacific's like between Calgary, the Sharks, and Vegas. I kind of always considered the Sharks to be a really good team, but they're never ever gonna actually win anything. So between Vegas and Calgary, that's the two teams out of the West I'm worried about. I'm petrified about the Lightning right now in the East.
Yeah, the Lightning are good.
Fast.
And they were close to being the Caps last year, but I mean, also the Maple Leafs. I like the Maple Leafs. They got a very deep roster. Toronto's a great fan base. I think the thing that would kill Tampa in the playoffs is their lack of fan base at home games. I think that's what's really going to kind of bring their momentum down.
Tampa's not supposed to have a hockey team. It's not the right city for it.
Yeah. But hey, go Caps, baby. Back to back. That's all I got to say. Back
again.
Back.
Alrighty, well. Oh, one thing else I want to talk about is the lovely Australia Open. Maria Sharapova dominated it in 2 sets, and we got Maria Sharapova versus Wozniacki coming on Friday at like 8 o'clock Eastern time or something like that. So I know for all you tennis trash talkers out there, but Stan Wawrinka is currently battling it for the 3rd spot in the Final Four in the Australian Open. And now that Andy Murray's hurt, it's anybody's game out in the West. I've always been a big Djokovic fan, but he can still win it all. Between him and Stan Wawrinka, I think those are your 2 top champions right now. But Australia Open, looking good. And Maria Sharapova versus Wozniacki, that's going to be the championship. That's the game you got to watch out for out in West. Well, that's all I have to say about tennis.
I think Andre Agassi's going to win.
I thought Pete Sampras would win, bro.
He got injured. But we talked about this earlier. My trash talk of the week goes out to the lovely Los Angeles Lakers. You guys think you're so damn good just being the Lakers, wearing the purple and gold, playing in the Staples Center. And guess what? You suck. You have to have the best player in the world to probably be 500 and maybe make a playoff spot.
I ain't got that magic touch.
Lonzo Ball, you're trash. Brandon Ingram, you're trash. JaVale McGee, you should not be playing basketball. Michael Beasley, you should be in rehab again. This team is not good. People all the time have been trying to convince me. They've been emailing me, tweeting at me, saying, "Oh, why are you hating on the Lakers? They're such a good team." Are you high? I'm not. Are you high? The Los Angeles Lakers.
No Lakers. No LeBron. No Lakers.
Are you serious? Seriously?
If you think the Lakers are good without LeBron, you need to lay off the weed.
I'm going to tell you seriously. The Los Angeles Lakers are garbage. Garbage.
The Los Angeles Lakers are the most overrated team in the NBA. The most.
That's all you got to say. Lakers.
Right. Trash talk, we're out.
Go Hokies.
Fuck the Hokies.